Turn number 1 will be Intimidating Monk to power down the Adaptive Hulker. Turn number 2 will be a Humble on the Infected Devil, I'm assuming. Okay. Looks like Humble played successfully. Now, a Bloodthirsty Dead for turn 3. Still defending, instead of trying to, well, I guess, that makes sense. So preserving Galhan makes sense. Although it's still gonna be the same trade unless the Bloodthirsty Dead tries to trade with it and protect Galhan that way. But Let Us Suffer, nonetheless, will transform the Intimidating Monk into a new 4/4 undead token. And Monk of the Second Moon will be chosen, overcharging Spirit of the Ancient Guardians for Second Life. Here comes Eucalyptus Tree as defense and assault. Drop bears will fall. All the drop bears die except one. It's a good half offensive, half defensive measure, but only one of them survived, which was kind of bad in this case. So now that one drop bear could get enraged, but instead it's going to be humbled. And I think if it's humbled first, it can't enrage after that. So the payment will be wasted if I'm not mistaken. Which means that he can attack with the monk. It's possible that the Adaptive Hulker will come out in defense instead, but he will still be able to clear it with the monk and the 4/4 undead. However, to Moon the Undead over, Adaptive Hulker isn't played, so Drop Bear is going to try and enrage, but it can't because it's been humbled. And just in case the Galhan was in the back, it could have killed the Drop Bear though. Drop Bear is at 1/1. It's just a dead blocker, really. A new Drop Bear was played in support. It could be enraged, but it's going to lose 4 attack because of the Intimidating Monk. And the reason that works is, if it enrages, it's going to enrage first because of NTL's priority. LargeNuggets does not have priority, so after it enrages, it'll have 9 attack and go down to 5 instead of 1 down to 0, and lose only 1 attack. Nuggets is trying to attack here with his undead tokens and Monk of the Second Moon, just leaving Galhan in defense, putting the damage curve in his favor. He's got Chi Ascended available to him, and it's going to go to support this turn to start generating tokens for the late game. You gotta be careful with how much you use token generation of Chi Ascended at turn 5, 6, 7, but if you manage it well, you can cascade the game in your favor with minimal resource losses in your resource pool. Okay, the Drop Bear actually enraged afterward, but still had -4 attack. Interesting. The Monk kills it and survives. 4/4 undead token deals damage. The Adaptive Hulker came through to assault Galhan and was successful as well. But LargeNuggets still has 100 HP to his name, and it looks like he'll be able to get this in his favor. He's probably gonna just do the standard thing of defending with the weak character, the Intimidating Monk, to block something that doesn't have Unstoppable. Although Scar could come out and make that a moot point. And from here, Chi Ascended is even going to attack. Just waiting for NTL to complete his planning. And he's reconsidering his positioning since NTL is taking so long. He's probably predicting that NTL has been planning an assault. Nista, Fear, and Dojo have been present in Nuggets' Dojo deck that he's used a little bit here. I haven't seen Fear and Dojo on the same turn yet. And there's a really nice diversity of decks showing up today. Exile stuff, Warpath stuff, it's not just like Coil Mechborn all the time, though that did happen a lot the last few weeks. Alright. Is this like the eternal turn here or something? Okay, now the turn's resolving. Coil Primal Hunter tries to engage the Monk at the Second Moon. It's gonna fail. She Ascended creates 2 6/6 Spirit Flyers and assaults successfully for 6 damage. The Monk of the Second Moon is actually in defense, where the Adaptive Hulker is attacking, and it only clears the Intimidating Monk at 2/4. Adaptive Hulker left at 10/6. Nuggets has 2 Coil Primal Hunters available. He sets one up in defense. He puts the 6/6 Spirit Flyers in assault and begins cascading the board in his favor in this way. NTL may have 9 resources of Amazing for all we know, but we have yet to see it until the turn resolves, if anything. And Nuggets does have a few security measures such as Fear and Martyr Golem. The Spirit of Ancient Guardians is all pretty well available. He just needs to get himself maybe a dojo at this point. Would really set himself up to take this first series and secure himself, get that second series, that final series, and fight through NTL all over again. But he's got to get this game done first. Adaptive Hulker falls. Coil versus Coil. Even exchange. NTL loses almost half of his remaining fortress health, down to 48 it looks like. 43, 48. It's a little blurry on the screen. We have 2 Martyr Golems as well. He's considering shuffling one away to see if he can get something better, like the Dojo perhaps. He's going to go ahead. He gets Ling Bao's Will, not what he wanted. If NTL had almost no morale left, it might make more sense, but instead he's going to move his tokens around. His Undead in defense, one of them. Interesting is Monk of the Second Moon staying at the end of the defense zone. Here comes another Coil Primal Hunter, but it's going to stay in support instead. Actually, no, it was pulled back. Yeah, it was pulled back from the assault zone, excuse me. NTL sets up the Calamity. Counting the Days is the only thing left active, and no Dojo is kind of bad for Nuggets, but he does have things like Martyr Golem, Spirit of the Ancient Guardians. Coil Immovable is probably the best choice right now. He's only got 7 resources, and now he's going to be paying for it after all that effort to cascade the board in his favor. He did knock NTL's fortress down very far. It's 100 HP of Nuggets to 48 or so of NTL, so it has been pretty well worth it. But now he's got to reset his side of the field with a limited number of cards, and his only characters are Spirit, Coil Movable, and a Martyr Golem. That's not the most offensive toolkit there is. Here comes Skrar on support. Not all the way into the assault zone. Nuggets draws Calamity, doesn't have enough resources. He could play it 2 turns from now. He could do something else this turn, pay 9 next turn, and then do it after that. He does get a Dojo, but he needs stuff to bounce it with. He doesn't have any Jinhai Ambush, it seems, to really help with that. And a lot of his other characters, his little guys, are all gone now. He's going to need to draw more creatures to make Dojo worth it. I have not seen NTL play Growth yet. He's got a lot of cards in the hand. He's got to play something. Demon Eyes on Coil. Skrar sucks it up as a 22-17. Skrar's attacking. NTL is looking to take the tournament with that move right there. I can see it in his palms, I guess. I shouldn't say in his eyes, because the hands and the fingers are what interact with the cards here. At least if it was a physical board game. Here comes a large attack. LargeNuggets down to 38 HP with a Coil Primal Hunter and 2 Demonic Disciples in tow alongside Skrar. It's going to be Fear with Martyr Golem. And he's got 2 Ling Bao's Will that he can't really make much use of with 55 morale remaining for Nothing to Lose. Shuffling 1 Ling Bao. It's going to get another Fear, it looks like. And Dojo on the Martyr Golem. And then it'll be Calamity next turn, it looks like. The Eucalyptus Tree comes out, 2 damage from Drop Bears, Nuggets down to 36 HP. Counting the Days doesn't get to play on anything, unfortunately. And Nuggets is gonna not play the Calamity. He's gonna go with Fear, set up the Dojo again, and then play Calamity, I guess, as long as he can to reset this board. NTL is holding on to as many cards as he can because he knows Calamity is possible. Nuggets was lucky enough to have enough turns available to attain the necessary 11 resources. Luckily, Fear is here to send everything back. All these Drop Bears are enraging, a lot of resources spent on that, and now it's time for the Calamity. Nuggets has priority, so any abilities that NTL plays, such as potentially Gather the Weak, well, that's not to put creatures on the board, but still, anything NTL plays after that can affect the board uninterrupted by a Calamity because it goes first. Nuggets is checking the graveyard to see how many cards of each type have been used so far. Or he's looking for something specific to see from NTL. Now, Hulking Sniper discarded, Demonic Disciple, Exile cost used. Nuggets' Calamity will fire. I'm amazed that of all the Calamities that have played today, none of them have caused a bug or a desync. I hope I haven't jinxed it just now in doing so. Everything removes successfully. Nuggets draws Yuanchi's Wrath. He's got 2 copies. He's going to go with Spirit of the Ancient Guardians and Dojo everything into the Assault Zone and hope for the best. He's also going to shuffle away a Ling Bao's Will, I'm assuming. And when he does so, he's going to get a Bloodthirsty Dead. Not bad. The turn will begin resolving. Skrar comes out in support with a Hulking Sniper. Dojo unleashes 21 damage, Nothing to Lose. He's now down to 27 HP, Nuggets 36. NTL is in a bit of a more hairy position. Humble on Skrar would remove his Unstoppable, but he would still get killed by the Spirit either way. But there's nothing better to really do in this turn with this card set up here. It might only be safe to play Coil. If he could make a Coil Dragon out of this, that'd be great, but Demonize might be possible still from NTL. He's got lots of cards in the hand. That's the scary thing right now, is he's got a big toolkit to work with. Nuggets considering Recycle on the Calamity as well to reuse it if he needs to. He's going to actually set up the Dojo. He's going to recycle Calamity. He's going to use the Dojo on... what was it? Nothing? Martyr Golem? Did he cancel it? I'm not sure. Humble activates on Skrar successfully. Recycle on the Calamity. Dojo takes up Coil. The Drop Bear will encounter Spirit of the Ancient Guardians and die. Skrar is still a thing, and we got another Dojo here. LargeNuggets is in a very awkward spot. Demonize missed on Coil Immovable, but still. Now it's going to be Ling Bao's Will plus double Yuanchi. 8 damage. It's not going to kill Skrar though. I think that's just going to be supplemental, and then activate the Dojo, and I think Coil might be able to kill Skrar. The turn's about to resolve, so let's find out. Okay, Skrar and the Hulking Sniper is all there is. Skrar's going to be down to 7 HP. Dojo for defense. Bloodthirsty Dead will clear Skrar successfully. There's an 11-15 Coil Immovable going on here. Jinhai Dojo shuffled away for Eagle Eye. A great defensive card. The more creatures you have, the better. Nuggets is maxing himself out. He's got almost nothing left in the hand. If NTL has no Calamity or no haste, he could stand to take a lot of damage here. It's really close. But there's no room to dojo anything, if I'm not mistaken. Eucalyptus tree. Another Skrar is here with Unstoppable. Coil clears 1 drop bear, but that's it. Skrar gets through 17 damage dealt with 2 unenraged drop bears. NothingToLose7 is in a really, really precarious position here. He has got to find a way to hang on till the second series. He's going to use Intimidating Monk on Skrar to drop it down to 11 attack. He gets another dojo. Checking his graveyard, anything he could do. He's just desperation, it looks like here. Nuggets might be out for the count, but he's not completely out of it yet. He's gonna suck up cards? Really? What's he gonna suck up? The Intimidating Monk, I guess? Okay. So he doesn't know what to do here, I think. I mean, he knows what to do. It's just the cards he has available. NTL has got all the cards. Drop Bear is going to attack first. Hunted down, killing Coil. It's huge. Winds of War to kill the Bloodthirsty Dead. NTL survives with multiple characters. He attacks with Drop Bear and the remaining Skrar at 11-4. LargeNuggets loses the game. And if I'm not mistaken, that will be the victory for NTL. 2-1.